I have 10 questions for you.
Yeah, I'll give you my OnlyFans later.
Later?
Don't even ask.
So I've done a little research. What made you go from Echo to Joker?
He going back to 2012.
Man.
So I started playing paintball back, I want to say 2010-ish. And ironically, Echo was the company I was in JROTC in high school. So I just kind of adopted that because it was the easiest thing to think of. And we played paintball for about 8 years. And I moved to Oxford to go to Ole Miss, and they had 0 paintball. Then it just kind of grew into Joker. As I changed, I might as well change with that, right?
New
Whole
persona.
9.
Oh,
Not the RAZE.
What made you transition from paintball to airsoft?
We made the switch to airsoft, which is where I met the Black Skull Militia guys. Like I said, moved to college. They didn't have paintball. Found the BSM guys on Facebook in their little backyard field, and they're all super cool dudes. And I realized airsoft is huge when it comes to milsim. So about 6 months into playing airsoft, we all went to our first milsim. It's pretty dope.
In airsoft, like I've heard people refer to it as a hobby, and there's other people that I've heard refer to as sport. So in your own opinion, do you think airsoft is a sport or a hobby?
It's both a sport and a hobby, just like football is a sport and a hobby. Soccer, tennis, you know, there's people who play it professionally, get paid to play it, you know, get sponsorship deals. And there's others who just come out to their friendly neighborhood backyard field and play on the weekends when they're not at work.
Like me and you both, we always meet people who watch our channel, whether they're experienced or new players. What would be 5 tips that you would give to a new player?
Get my list out for this. I wrote that down actually.
A few moments later.
The first thing I always tell people who want to get an airsoft is you get what you pay for when it comes to guns and equipment, right? People are always sending me links of some M4 they found on Amazon or Wish, and don't do it. It will break the first time you use it. It will, I promise. It has happened to me. It has happened to other people. Don't. God, especially Wish. Do not start sniping. Don't do it. You will hate it, and then you will never play airsoft again. Sniping is such a scientific thing. You got to deal with hop up and gravity and wind, crosswind, all of that crazy stuff. And most of the time, the Springer snipers you buy aren't as good as AEGs to begin with, unless you drop another $500-600 in upgrades for it. Do not go into debt trying to get into airsoft. Save some money, buy a decent gun you can play, and then continue saving money for more equipment. Don't just drop several $1,000s like some people have. Like I said, it's a game, right? And my last 2 is don't be a dick. You're not better than anyone else. You're still shooting plastic BBs just like all the other kids playing. And have fun. The most important rule is have fun.
I 100% agree with you on that last part. Like that's like the #1 rule to me. Breaking it down to kind of talking about like with beginners, like how you're saying, like don't start off with sniping, start off with like an AEG. What would you prefer? Do you prefer AEG, HPA, gas, or spring?
They all have their purpose.
What would be your preference?
I run gas blowback.
Right.
So AEG is a great beginner system. It's good, it's cheaper. You can buy batteries. The magazines are usually really good and universal if it's M4 platform, AK platform. Then you have your HPA, which I know it has a purpose. I personally don't like HPA.
I'm an HPA
unless it's a SAW or an SMG. Things are meant to go full auto, right? That's how you get the most out of an HPA system, is using it in full auto. Gas blowback, it's a natural progression from AEG if you want more realism. AEG is for the looks, but gas blowback is for the function. It functions like a real steel weapon. You have recoil, same magazine size, all of that. And Springers, snipers, that's about it for Springers, honestly.
Or shotguns.
Or shotguns, but they have
their purpose.
Shotguns now, so
yeah, I know they do. I know they do, but for the budget-friendly shotguns are still pretty nice.
I'd say so, yeah.
Especially the tri-shots. I enjoy those. How's life in the Air Force?
It's pretty good. It lets me travel a lot. I've seen a lot of I think upwards of 20 countries. However, I don't like to tout my military experience on YouTube. Or, you know, some people hold military to a higher standard when it comes to airsoft, when 90% of us aren't even like combat MOSs, AFSCs. Like I'm an aircraft mechanic. You know, I have no combat role. I just fix airplanes.
Still pretty cool though.
You could say that.
Yeah. Just coming from the outside as a civilian perspective, that sounds pretty badass. To me,
Appreciate it.
What's your dream airsoft gun?
Man, my dream airsoft gun. Honestly, I'm a vanilla kind of guy. A really good M4 platform that I don't have to work on a lot, because I may be an airplane mechanic. I am not a freaking gun mechanic. I am not a gunsmith. Every gun I open ends up breaking some way, as my buddy Ranger Bob knows. I've dropped several $100s in guns I've tried to fix, and it just don't. I had to throw them away. It's been terrible. The GHK URGI M4 is going to be my next purchase eventually, but that's probably where I'm going to go, and I'll probably be happy with that.
What's your plans for your channel? Like, what's the future plans?
So I want to continue to do some collaboration videos, game videos, like kind of these different fields. I've been having I've been having camera issues lately, or I would have more milsim videos. I've been to like 2 milsims since my last video. And
which was Bone Strike, right?
It was. I've been to 2 milsims since then, and my camera has not worked for either of them, so I've just been skipping out on good content for my subscribers, which I'm sorry for all 234 of you. I guess I'll continue to work on getting better working on cameras, stuff like that. And then I want some more collaboration footage, game footage. And then I started with my kit video, which now has over 5,000 views.
I saw that.
I have a room clearing video, which I got from other actual combat military personnel. I learned their SOPs, and I got tips from them.
You got tips from them?
Yeah, a couple, 2 of them each.
2 of them, nice.
2 each. So I learned some stuff from them, and I wanted to continue on. I want to teach. I want to end up teaching firearms in general, because I love shooting real steel guns. So I want to get into that with airsoft, because it translates really easily. So teaching and gaming and collabs, I would like to continue to do that.
Who or what inspires Joker?
Childhood nightmares.
Childhood nightmares.
It's kind of weird. So it's funny. I did not adopt the Joker persona for the Batman Joker, especially since the Joaquin Phoenix Joker just came out not long after I adopted the persona. I actually did it based on the 2012 or 2014 Killer Clowns.
I remember that.
That's what initially inspired the Joker persona. And I like to, as a firefight gets more intense, I like to act completely psychotic, yelling, laughing, going absolutely crazy. And I love to see people's reaction to it, because a lot of people actually freak out. It's really funny. It's great.
It's funny, as a kid, I watched explosions. I watched Stephen King's It, like the original, and that gave me so many nightmares as a kid. It wasn't until I saw like the remake, and I thought that was actually a little bit more funny than scary. And even watching back to the original Stephen King's It, I was like, wait, I was scared of this as a kid? And looking back into it, I was like, man, Tim Curry did an amazing job. Last question, what do you think can improve in airsoft?
Going and pair them together, it's the toxicity and elitism. You have, as I mentioned earlier, you have those military people who go into airsoft thinking they're all that. I think that's kind of lame. Even to do it in normal life, I think it's kind of lame. The whole military issue with they kind of hold themselves to a higher standard, and other people hold them to a higher standard in airsoft, when really they're just playing airsoft like everyone else. There's nothing special about it. And then with the toxicity, actually Unicorn Leia, she did a live stream one day, and she kind of hit the nail on the head. It's the cheater videos. I found myself consciously not watching those, because I don't want them to gain traction, because that's what gives airsoft a bad name. So I steer away from those videos, because I don't want that to be the norm. I want people to see the good in airsoft. I want to see the badass moments, the funny moments. I don't want them to see cheating and toxicity.
was on Instagram. I was asking, I said, what do you guys want to see more? And someone commented that they wanted me to react to cheater videos, and I told them, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. People need to understand this, is that when it comes to cheater videos, cheaters are not as common as you think when it comes to airsoft. Like, yeah, I mean, you'll get occasional cheaters here and there, but still, it's not as big as like people like Kicking Mustang or Airsoft Alphons make it out to be, and really they just put like a whole bunch of hit markers everywhere, and they're like, oh, he's cheating. It's like, you probably just didn't hit him.
That's another thing I like to tell people, is that don't call other people's hits, because 99% of the time you're not as good a marksman as you think you are.
I appreciate you even coming on out here.
Yeah, nothing beats a 3-hour drive at 5 in the morning. It's fun.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. I'll probably have to come down and you know, check out your field too or whatnot. We'll do another.
Absolutely, we'll welcome you with open arms.
Sounds good, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude.